how you guys doing? I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing wonderful. This is I did it a day earlier for my weekly gold technical analysis review, and I'm extremely bullish now more than ever. And if you understand technical analysis, you know why I'm bullish. And if you're watching my videos, you notice that many times when I publish a video, a bounce happens. I think this time is a big bounce. So if you're watching my videos, you know those bounces I call them technically, and this one I'm gonna call technically, and it's going to be the big one. Good deal. So I'm gonna start. So this is please before I start, like if you like, subscribe and share. So I'm gonna start with the Euro USD pair. There is definitely a good evidence of a potential inverted head and shoulder. There's nothing wrong with that, and this comes with the Bollinger Band, also supporting that type of inverse head and shoulders. It's going up the band like this. See, it shows uptrending band. So you have a low, lower low, and we are working a higher low. And if we take out this high, that means the pattern is confirmed. So there's nothing bearish about Euro USD so far. Let's talk about TLT. So this is TLT, the ETF for bonds, and we are definitely now in breakout mode. And I have never seen in my life gold meltdown or collapse when TLT is in this bullish formation. Meltdown is not like 2 days. 2 days, 2% in a day. Meltdown is going 20% down, 15% down, 10% down, visiting the 1500 level. That's a meltdown. So what happened today was a sell-off for gold. So I've never seen a meltdown in gold when you have this beautiful bullish formation. So okay, so yields are going lower based on TLT. Euro USD supposedly going up based on this stuff and the Bollinger Band slope. Good deal. So we talked about this. This is the most important aspects of analyzing gold. You just cannot analyze gold by itself. So let's talk about GLD, the ETF for gold. So today I found beautiful demand at the lower range right here, which is a 76% Feb retracement from this low to this high. So we are working on higher low. So what is this? This is definitely a bona fide hammer. Usually when you have hammers, you have good things that comes after that, especially if it comes after a sell-off. So a hammer, you can look there are so many hammers in the chart, and a lot of them result in good stuff. So is this to be taken lightly? Absolutely not. So let's look at the volume. How about that? So I'm arguing today there's a capitulation, and I'm almost certain that we capitulated today in many ways. So you have higher than average volume, which is a form of capitulation too, if you factor in the hammer. So a beautiful reversal candle, which is hammer, usually results in upside in the past, and it's not like I want this thing to go up. This is real stuff where the buyers gather here. So bullishness in the USD, bullishness and breakout in TLT, GLD. Let's talk about silver. Also another thing, I'm technically based. I'm not like emotional. I'm not I don't want this thing to go up. I see the patterns. So what do we have today? First of all, the very idea that you sell off and your RSI is not in extreme oversold. This is amazing. That shows strength. all the time. So we go down, that's weakness, that's scary. This right here is not scary. Okay, so remember, if you go down, if you make lower lows consecutively, and this thing is still not oversold, this is really a good thing. So what happened in this chart? You have in the past, you have a price action low, lower low, and you have a low and a higher low in the RSI, and 6.2% price expansion to the upside resulted in that. So that's what I'm talking about, technically based. Okay, so what happened? What happened after that? Another thing, you have a low, higher low in the RSI, low and the lower low in the price action. And what happened here is you have a bear trap, because you undercut this low, and you closed in that range of this day. So that's a bona fide bull trap with what? With a hammer. Okay. So what happened after that? Almost 8.4% price expansion to the upside. So am I being hopeful? Hopefully I am, but it's always technically based. So look at this one. So now we have another thing. You have a lower low, and also you have a low, a lower low. You have a hammer, bona fide one, and you undercut these things. We call this bull trap, bear trap. Sorry, correct. And you close within the trading range of this one. So what happened last time this happened? Boom. So do we have positive divergence? We have a low, higher, lower low. We have a low and a higher low. So I like to keep things always technical, and this exactly happened here and here, and this resulted here, and it happened twice in the last, since let's say since June, so in the last 3 months, twice, and the success rate is 100%. Okay. So to recap with silver, this by itself, you sell off this hard and you don't go oversold. This is good. The very idea of positive and negative divergence is bull or bear trap. Usually, when you trap bears, you have a short cover and rally, like we had here and here, and the other way around. Okay, good deal. So talked about USD, TLT, GLD, SLV. Let me talk about the biggest gold mining company in the world, which is Newmont. And another thing that happened in the past and resulted in a rally. So in the past, we had multiple, right here, we had multiple measured moves, and this resulted in a price expansion. Okay. And right here, also, you have ABCs, which is this one's the first C is 127 Fibonacci extension of this one, and the green C is 2.62 Fibonacci extension. As I talked here too, 262 always provide volatility, and this happened here. If you watching the video that I posted some time ago, uploaded some time ago. So this always provide volatility. Am I being emotional? Absolutely not. You can watch the video that I talked about with Newmont. So this is the daily time frame. Let's talk about the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Now the divergences, and this one, the RSI is hooking up, so it's ready for takeoff. And you have a bullish Harami in the RSI and the Japanese candles. So what happened in the past? Higher low in the RSI, lower low in price action, 7.4% increase. And also here, so you can divide this into three positive divergence. One, price expansion, low, higher low, equal low here, price expansion. Okay, and now we have low, lower low. Okay, no, we start from here. Sorry, okay, this is it. So low, lower low, low, higher low. Okay, good deal. Another thing I didn't hear anybody talk about, which I really love. A lot of times you mark bottoms by aggressive and extreme moves, and gaps usually mark these moves. This is a GDX, the ETF for senior gold miner companies, and you could pause and look what I wrote here. So I divided these gaps into one, two. This one I should have put something here. This one, but I'm gonna talk about it now. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps since June. Okay. So the first one is breakaway gap. Breakaway gap is when you change direction, and usually you break a pattern. Right here, you broke down from this symmetrical triangle. Okay, breakaway gap. Then you have a measuring gap, which is the halfway price from this high to this gap. So this is halfway. So 40 minus 35. So this is 5. 5 minus 35. Oh, 35 minus 5. Yeah, gives you this bottom. Again, breakaway gap, measuring gap, and this is continuation gap, which means it's still going. And this is an exhaustion gap. An exhaustion gap happens when you have extreme oversold. We're talking about gaps in the downside and above average volume. So this is definitely capitulation, and you cut this low, then you close in the trading range as we talked about before. So this is also a bear trap as the other gold miners. So if you look up gaps, you will understand what I'm talking about. Breakaway, measuring, continuation, exhaustion. Nothing goes down forever. And now just you exchange the hands. Now the weak hands are gone most likely, and it's really easy for people to panic during price retracement like this one in one day. Okay, so this is GDX. So gdxj also is a lot of bullishness here. It's supposedly the highest risk. So the highest risk should make a lower low in the price action, yet we did not. So our low was in August 20th, and now we are in September 16th. Good deal? So this is always bullish when the higher risk asset class or asset or stock is not making a lower low than the rest of this sector, the gold mining sector. Okay? And this is also a price rejection that came from a place where the buyers gather, the high of this day. This is definitely a hammer. Okay. Let's talk about volume analysis. So since the bottom of this August 20th, we had amazingly high volume in up days, lower volume in down days. Today was high volume, but because it's a rejection day, it is considered accumulation. So accumulation, 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 and accumulation. You could look it up on your own time. This is definitely accumulation. gdxj is very, very bullish. Okay, so another thing I noticed too, if this is also GLD. This is A, B, C. This is 262 Fibonacci extension, which is also a place where the volatility hits. So you have a retracement 76, which where the buyers gather. Also, the buyers gathers where they gathered at a 262 Fibonacci extension. Okay, so my bullishness, is it emotional? If you understand technical analysis, you would say no. It was today a capitulation day. If you understand and believe in technical analysis, today was absolutely a capitulation day. And also GDX say that beautifully with the exhaustion gap. Let's Let me recap. Bullishness in USD, reverse head and shoulder. Breakout still confirmed in TLT. Lower yields ahead. Places where the buyers gather, 76% retracement of GLD, ABC, and also ABC 262 Fibonacci extension, which always provide volatility. Silver, I talked about that very clearly earlier, and it's also changing direction. Newmont, I talked about that with the multiple measure moves, and it's going to change direction, as you can see my previous video about Newmont. This I talked about it when Newmont was here, and this took place. Okay, and this is the 4-hour time frame I talked about, and how beautiful the divergence here. And if you look at here, low, lower low, lower low, lower low, and from here to here you have nothing but higher lows, except this one here in the RSI. So it's very clear. gdxj, accumulation, gdx is exhaustion gap, and capitulation. Please like if you like, and subscribe, and remember that this goes forever.